Hey y'all, I am back. It's been a minute again. My last YouTube video, I know I talked about how I wanted to come back to YouTube and start creating more freely and more effortlessly and really just getting back into the creative side of my life. But then life happened. Life happened in a major way. This year has been absolutely wild. Hence why it's been 4 months since I've actually had a chance to create a video and do something fun and creative in this way. So many things have happened. I don't even really know where to start, but I figure I'll start with the biggest news, which is that I am pregnant. Yay! Oh my god. Currently, as of recording this video, I am 22 weeks pregnant. So I've kind of gotten over that big, huge initial hump of all the things that, I don't know if you actually do know, because I certainly did not know. I feel like I stepped into pregnancy not knowing a thing about pregnancy, this process, what it would look like, all the things involved. It's absolute chaos. It's absolute chaos. And I'm so grateful and thankful for all the women in my life who have been so helpful, shared their advice, shared their resources, shared their experiences, the good and the bad. And even with all of that, and even with trying to do my best to read on things and do my research, it's still utterly chaotic. Literally, when they say that every single pregnancy is different, every single woman is different, they mean it. So the last 4 months have been very chaotic, to say the least. So I really have just been spending that time trying to acclimate to this new thing that has happened to me, and also just kind of enjoy it more and be in the present with it more. And as a result, I have noticed that my creative projects, if you will, the more fun things, have kind of slipped by the wayside a little bit. Not only am I pregnant, but I'm also getting ready to move in the next month or two. So the last few months have also been really chaotic with trying to get the house ready for sale and all of this stuff. So there's been a lot happening, a whole lot happening. And all the while also building my business on the side. So it's a lot. It's a lot going on over here. But I feel like at this point, I've really reached a place where I'm way more comfortable just being in the shit, just I'm here, I'm in the shit. This is life. When the baby comes, it's going to be even more chaotic. So just get used to the chaos. And it's kind of hard for me because I don't really like chaos that much. I like knowing steps. I like knowing the next thing. I like control, all the things. If my Capricorn sun has been putting in overtime since birth, Enneagram 1, all the things. If you know, you know. But I really feel like right now I am in the midst of just letting go of a lot of things and just dealing with how chaotic life can be, how there's so little that can be in your control, and finding my peace, my joy, my happiness throughout all of that. So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool to try vlogging, to try and share my journey with you, all the things that I'm doing and trying to prepare for this new life that's coming. And honestly, it's wild to me that I'm over halfway through and I'm still just there's a baby that's gonna come out of me? Or is that is something else gonna happen? Am I going to magically, is my mind gonna magically transform? Is there going to be a major internal transformation that mentally and emotionally prepares me for go time? Because as of right now, it still feels like I'm just gonna be me, and then one day there's gonna be a baby there. And it's kind of wild. But whatever, I'll take you along the ride. We'll see. This is my first baby. So I'll be a first-time mom, and I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but we're gonna figure this out together. Or at least document it. because that's one of the great things I love about YouTube, is how you can just have these videos at different stages of your life and see everything that's happening. So yeah, I'm gonna try vlogging out. I don't think I've ever really done like official vlogging before, so we'll see how this goes. Will I do Vlogmas? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see about that. But in the meantime, I feel like maybe aiming for like a weekly or bi-weekly situation will work fairly well. So with that being said, I'll go on ahead and take you on my journey. I look very rough today. Like I literally just woke up. Turned the camera on and was like, let's just talk. Let's just chat. So that's what's happening right now. Like my glasses are all like the smudges are on it. My hair is, you know, doing what it does first thing in the morning. This is going to be very real, a very real vlog. But I've been seeing a lot of new mom vlogs lately that have been very real. I don't think I'm gonna be as real as some of these women, but it just felt really inspiring. I just really feel like it's just a good time to, I don't know, just play and experiment and just be and you know, share my journey with you. And you know, if you resonate with anything that I'm talking about, or if you are on a similar journey or whatever, let me know in the comments and, you know, we can chat about it, all the things. So, all right, let's go. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'm ready for some food. I'm going to try and make my own like homemade pumpkin spice creamer from my coffee. I can have coffee. I'm doing decaf, although it's interesting to me that every single time I speak to a medical professional about coffee, they make a point to say, you can have coffee if you want coffee. I'm like, ma'am, this seems personal. I like coffee. I like the taste of coffee, but I don't like need coffee. Like I might have 1 cup the majority of days, and half the time I don't even finish it, and that's my microwave going off. So I figured I'd try, you know, just see if I can make my own little fall pumpkin spice concoction. Will I refer back to the directions from the YouTube video I watched? No, because we ain't got time for that. But I feel like I got most of the ingredients here. If I put pumpkin puree inside of some type of creamer, it's gonna taste like pumpkin. We'll be all right. Everyone will live. We'll be fine. Now, let's see how this tastes. Again, I just eyeballed it. I had no idea what the measurements were. I could have looked back at the YouTube video where I saw it get done, but I was like, I don't really feel like it. I feel like I got the gist. There's pumpkin in it, so something spicy's happening. All right, moment of truth. If it tastes good outside the coffee, it'll be good inside the coffee. Ooh, that tastes like a pumpkin pie. Okay. I do like a cold brew type of situation. For like the summertime, I do like hot coffee, but since it's more like, it's still like September, it's still kind of hotish here. I live in New England and Massachusetts, so it's still kind of like hot-ish. This I got off of, I think, like Amazon for like maybe 15-20 bucks, and I tell you, it's so easy to use. I absolutely love it. Like, it just makes making coffee, especially like a cold brew, so freaking easy. Like, so easy. So here we go. I'm like covering the whole thing with my hand. Okay, and just a splash. This might be just a tad bit too light skinned, but we'll see. Honestly, I could add a little bit more. Now it kind of tastes like chocolate milk when it's mixed in with the coffee. This will just have to do. I don't particularly want to just drink a bunch of cream, so yeah. Alrighty. Let me pause that. I can't like listen to things and talk at the exact same time. So I finished my breakfast. Now I'm going to tidy up a bit in the kitchen. I tried to keep ahead of dishes and just like do them every day just to keep it small and not a big huge thing, because when it starts to build up and turn into a pile, then I absolutely just, I go into like fight or flight mode. So I'm going to take care of that, and then I'm going to shower, get dressed, and then take a look at what I have to do for the day. All right. I had to move my camera somewhere where I could get some light. The thing about this house, I really enjoy this house, but it's so dark inside, and it's not conducive to someone who likes to make content on the internet. I need light. I need windows. The majority of this room is like, I'm cast in dark shadow. What can you do? But I finished my shower, threw on some clothes. I ended up washing my hair because honestly, the past few days, I've just been like, it's been desperately needed. You just know when your scalp is just in the buildup and it's just, no, absolutely not. So I'm glad I took that extra time to just do a little wash, and I'll do something to it later on today. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But something other than retwisting. I don't like to retwist like every time I wash my hair, just because, you know, I just want to have less manipulation on my hair, because the more you manipulate, the more it can be prone to breakage and all that stuff. Also, too, especially now with like all the hormones running through my body, I'm like, I want to minimize hair loss as much as possible. Every video I see on YouTube, or especially like after the baby comes, is like, there's so much hair loss because of your fluctuating hormones and things like that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna look into like a postpartum vitamin of some kind too, with iron in it, because I be needing my iron. And, you know, we'll see what we can do about that. But in the meantime, we're going to minimize the manipulation as much as possible. So I'll probably put it in like, I'll do something. I'll do something protective. Maybe I'll just put it in like twisties or something like that. That might be the thing. And maybe I'll watch Wednesday while I do it because I have a few episodes left of that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and at least put a light. I don't do like a full beat. I just do like just low maintenance kind of everyday makeup. That's what I'll do right about now. Especially just a little bit of concealer. It's completely unnecessary, but another thing that my hormones have been doing is they've been giving me like wonderful pregnancy acne. And it's like, oh, hello old friend, I haven't seen you since high school. Welcome back. Yay. So just a little bit. Just a little bit so that when I look in the mirror I'm not like, who the hell is it? If you know, you know. Alright. Heading on to the mirror because I'll need that to apply my makeup. Doop 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 doop. Another thing I want to show you, see the lighting, I'm sorry, ain't nothing I can do about it. But one thing that I've done to prepare for the move is I really tried to organize, like try to clear off the top of the dresser. Don't mind, that's my husband's stuff, but other than his stuff, completely cleared off just my mirror and a basket of our kind of go-to items that when the house is ready for staging, we'll just hide these and it'll just be easy things to tuck away. But one of the things that took up the most space on top of the dresser was my makeup and stuff, so, and my hair things. So I put them in little like containers like this. Like you can't really see it, but this is where I keep a lot of my like hair ties and things like that. Also my jewelry. It's in a little box in here too. Face makeup, eye makeup, all that stuff. I just gave it its own drawer versus having it lay on top. And honestly, I want to kind of keep it this way even when we move to the new place because I've just reached a point in my life, I don't know, maybe it's being 35, where I'm just so sick of clutter. Like I'm just so sick of seeing stuff everywhere. Like I just want to be in a home where like it's easy, it's simple to clean up, it's simple to tidy, and the only thing that you see is just the decor that you have around you, and you don't have to just feel like you're surrounded by all this clutter. Like I'm just at the point in my life where I almost just want to chuck everything out and just start over, just throw everything away and just start from scratch. But I realize that I am still the person who created that mess to begin with. So if I do not want to carry that over into the new place, that means that I have to be a little bit more strategic about how and where I keep my things. So while we're in the midst of moving and packing and cleaning, I thought it would be a good idea to do like a mini step in between. So one of the things that I did was when I was clearing out all the junk, I organized it by like what it was, grouped it into categories. Shout out to ChatGPT because ChatGPT helped me get that in-between step of like, I want things to eventually go into lovely little organizing bins, but until we get to that step, especially because we haven't found a place yet, and so I don't exactly know how much space we're dealing with. Like, what's the pre-step? What's the step before that? And the step before that, the idea for that anyways, that ChatGPT gave me was to put things into Ziploc bags. And I was like, oh, genius. So I happened to have, I had a few containers that I was thinking, I just want to start putting things into containers, but I realized that going from junk to container was just too big of a step for me. So I did the in-between of Ziploc baggies. So I had organized all my stuff into Ziploc baggies, and then because I already had containers that I wasn't using, and I had purchased a few on a whim from Walmart, I was like, okay, I can fit this stuff in here. But for other things where I don't actually have a container for it, and I'm not trying to buy something right now because we're just going to be moving anyways, Ziploc bags. And that's where they will live until we can figure out what space we're working with, where I want things to go, all that good stuff. Colors, the whole 9 yards. All right. So that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and do like a light little situation. So yeah, I'm going to use concealer under my eyes and then just kind of flare it out in other places. Little blush, like not too much color. Keeping it super simple. And I'm going to leave my hair in this wrap until it's finished fully drying. Well, as dry as it possibly can be in the wrap. And then I'll take it off and we'll get a move on. But I'm gonna put on some jewelry because I feel naked with I'm not wearing earrings, and we're gonna get some work done. What time is it? It's now 11:40, perfect timing. So go ahead and get that stuff done, and then we'll see what's waiting for me on my computer. Oof. All right, I just threw on some earrings, a necklace, light situation, took my hair out of the towel. So just to let my hair air dry. My hair really does need to air dry. Like towels, I'll be using like 2 towels in a sitting and they laugh at me. But I just try to get it so that the bottoms aren't dripping all over me. They still end up dripping on me, but at least it's not so bad. And I like this length for my hair just because it's just, one, it's not so difficult to wash it. Like I feel like when my hair is down here, it's so heavy. I feel like I'm like carrying all a freaking sheep into the shower, and I'm like trying to, no, like I like it a little bit shorter. It's much easier to manage. And sometimes I like the little, kind of like a little layered look a little bit. So yes, still a little drippy, but not too bad. I'll let it air dry for now, and then later on, if I have the strength, God willing, while I watch some TV, I'll do something with it. But if not, then, you know, it is what it is. Also, if you're curious, you want to see my bump? I don't know if you can, I don't know if I'm too far, but see? This is where I'm at right now. Look at that! I feel like this dress also very particularly like emphasizes it as well. But that's where I am. That's what I'm working with right now. 22 weeks. Time is flying. Okay, so really quick. While we're moving, you may have noticed in my last video that my office was in a different room. It had like kind of these stripe pattern things on the wall. But now, because we're moving things and getting the process for staging and all that stuff, my office has now changed to this room. Now, at first I was super worried because, again, the lighting has always been an issue for me, but it's not so bad. Like, it's not terrible. It's very plain in here, but it has a built-in bookcase here, which I think is really cute. I love when there are built-in bookshelves. So this is where I put all of my things. And this book is actually the first book that we got as a baby gift from a family friend, or technically, no, a member of my extended family. So I just thought it was so cute and I wanted to keep it on display. Ugh, now I have hair on my lip. Okay. I need to do my nails. That's actually my nail kit. It's a reminder that I need to actually do something because the nubs, it's not good. I'm telling you, the last 4 months have been pretty crazy. But yeah, that is the rest of the office. That's it. Super boring, super low key, but I'm pleasantly surprised about the lighting because I was super nervous about that. So let's go on ahead and start working. Much better. All right, so originally, ooh, hope I'm not wobbling this too much. Originally, I had the camera set up right there, but then I realized, hello, Liz, window. So there's actually a window right there and there's a window right there. So I was like, let me just put it here and this will probably be much better. And yes, accurate. The lighting is much better. It's actually pretty perfect. So that's good. All right, so I have my laptop up. Let's do what it do. Okay, I think what I want to do here, because I also want to show you what's on my screen, I'm just going to do like a screen record, and then hopefully whatever editing software I get to edit this vlog will allow me to do that little picture-in-picture situation so you can see what it is that I'm doing. To an extent, you don't need to be seeing everything. You don't need to be knowing my business. As I proceed to vlog my business all over the internet. I digress. I hope the audio is good, honestly. I often see people do vlogs with a little mic on that they clip on, and right now I just have this mic thing on top of the camera. We'll see. Ugh. It's my first one, y'all. Have mercy. All right. I also got a new laptop, and I honestly. I have no idea how to do any of the keyboard shortcuts. I had a Samsung. It was absolute trash. Absolute trash. I switched to the Google Pixelbook because pretty much everything I do is on Google anyways. I do have an iPhone, but everything else I do is on Google. So I was like, why don't I just go on ahead and just get the a Google Pixelbook? And what I absolutely loved about that is the fact that as soon as I turned it on, literally all I had to do was just sign into my stuff and I was just ready to go, and that was just wonderful. Hello, ClickUp. This is pretty much how I start my days for the most part. I adore having a task management system. Life before it was truly, truly sad. I just love having one place where I literally can stick absolutely everything and I don't have to worry about, oh, what do I need to do today? What's priority? Is there something else I need to be doing? What's that thing I need to do that next week? No more never-ending to-do lists. No, absolutely not. And I use ClickUp literally to keep track of everything. Like, I've been using it to not only keep track of to-dos for my business, which is basically what I'm focusing on today, but I've also used it to keep track of to-dos for prepping for baby, like doctor's appointments, needing to follow up on insurance. Listen, that's been a whole other saga. I might just leave that for a whole other video story time of how wild dealing with insurance has been, especially because I was laid off from my 9-to-5 job in HR in January of this year, and I had to pick up the the Massachusetts Health Connector type of care, basically like that Medicaid coverage. And oh my God, like you don't know the meaning of nothing is covered, no one is covered until you hop on one of those plans. Like, I kid you not. And I did not have a very, like, let's just say super by the book first trimester, so it was just incredibly, incredibly stressful. Thankfully, I was able to switch. Miraculously, I was able to switch insurance plans, but I'll tell you one thing, like, if you don't know, for instance, that, like, when you're looking for an insurance carrier, when they say, oh, search to see if your provider is in network, don't just search for your doctor. Oh, no. Search for the hospital where your doctor, or the office where your doctor actually performs their work, because if your doctor is covered, but the hospital where they actually work is not covered, then there's technically no way to bill you and technically no way for them to see you. So guess what? It means you're shit out of luck. And that's something new that I had discovered for myself. The way healthcare is set up in this country is an absolute shit show. Absolutely. Like, and I have worked in HR for over a decade. Like, doing benefits administration. Like, I know what a deductible is. I know the difference between coinsurance and premiums and copays and all that stuff. Like, I know what these plans are. And I stepped into this Health Connector coverage being like, what the hell is going on here? It's literally all a scam just to keep everyone working at a 9-to-5 job. Like, they force you to have to work there to get health insurance, otherwise you die. It's jacked up. It's 100% jacked up. Anywho, I will jump off my soapbox for now. Let's see what I got going on today. I recently did upgrade to the paid ClickUp plan. It costs like $10 a month or something like that, just for the sake of seeing recurring tasks in the future. I've spent the last like 2 years basically not really needing it and just being like, whatever, it's fine. But I was like, you know what, let me try it out. You know, it's just $10 a month. Let me see if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, then I can always cut it. Not a big deal. But I use the calendar view on ClickUp because I love this visual setup. You can set up your dashboard any way you want to. Like, you can do lists, you can do Kanban boards, you can do timelines, you can do Gantt charts, you can do whatever you want in ClickUp. But I personally love the calendar view because I love to know what things I don't need to be worrying about today, and I know that they are somewhere waiting for me to deal with them when the necessary time arrives. And I don't have to deal with the anxiety of looking at a gigantic list, or the anxiety of having like 100 reminders scream at me at the exact same time telling me that there's 100 things I need to do today. Like, no, when the baby comes, that'll be the only thing screaming for my attention every day, and that will be my focus. Everything else can kick rocks. So this is how I've set it up today. So for today, I just have 3 things really. So one, I have a post that I want to do for my business. So I essentially help solopreneurs build systems in their business so that they feel less scattered, less overwhelmed, and can get all their stuff done. Not feel like their to-do list controls them, but feel like they are in control of their to-do list, and so that they can make time for fun, creative things like vlogging, for instance. Okay, and still know that other things won't slip through the cracks, that things won't get forgotten, all that stuff. Instead of looking for things in 100 different places, it's all in one place here on ClickUp. So I'm in the mode of starting my baby registry, which I have started. Okay, and the interesting thing about doing the baby registry is that, I don't know, my first thought doing it was that it doesn't feel as fun as, say, like a wedding registry. Like, I feel like a wedding registry, it's more so you picking out all the toys that you want to play with as an adult with, like, you know, with your new spouse and all that stuff. That sounded wrong, but like, you know what I mean, like kitchen gadgets and all that stuff. Baby registries, on the other hand, is more like preparing for war. It's like you're begging people for rations to help you on the long, arduous journey of being a first-time parent. So, and having like a newborn, I've seen on YouTube that's called the Newborn Trenches, so you'll definitely get a dose of that as well. It's just like, it's about like preparing for battle. That's what it feels like. So I don't know, it could just be me, but I don't know. If any of you are watching and you've experienced this, like, let me know, like, what was your experience creating your registry? I do feel like it can definitely get overwhelming because of all the little things that you can add to it. But I have found YouTube to be super helpful with videos from people saying, hey, these you definitely need, these you could probably go without, and watching enough of them over the course of the last few months where it's been like, okay, I'm starting to notice a pattern of things that people are saying you desperately need and things that people are saying, you don't really need that, or you don't need that now, you can wait until you can wait a year or something like that. Next up is researching pediatricians and finalizing a birth plan. Listen, and again, if there are any moms out here, or like parenting pros out here, like, let me know your thoughts on this. But this concept of developing a birth plan just seems sort of odd to me, just because, like, it just seems, from everything I've seen and everything I've learned and my own experience just in this, is that birth is so chaotic. Like, labor and delivery is so chaotic. Like, you can go in with a plan, and 9 times out of 10 that plan is going to get flipped upside down and turned inside out. So to me, I don't know, I'm almost leaning more towards not really having a fleshed out birth plan, because I'm the type of person where if I go through all the effort and energy to create a plan just for it to get thrown out the window, I'm gonna get pissed. Like, it's going to frustrate me. And I'm thinking that maybe when it comes to like the labor and delivery part, I mean, other than just knowing that I want an epidural, other than that, just being like, you know, because I would prefer to have a vaginal delivery, but at the same time, there are so many different things that can happen, even like the day of, the moment of, where you have to get a C-section. And so it's just like, there's just so much stuff you just really can't control. So I'm just wondering if it's even worth it to kind of go through the effort of it. And then some of the templates I've seen online are so specific and thorough, and I'm just thinking, who's gonna be reading this? My husband's not gonna be reading this. And like, he's supposed to be the one who's like, when I'm in the thick of it, like, he's supposed to be the one that's kind of helping to facilitate. I'm like, what is this? So I'm still on the fence about that. and probably leaning towards just winging it, honestly. Just being like, yes, I want an epidural, and that is just about as birth planned as we're going to get. Besides that, and doing the hospital bag. But I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if you think a birth plan actually is absolutely necessary for things I didn't think about. I don't know. I'm like, minimal pain is possible. That's what I'm looking for. And then researching pediatricians. I mean, at this point, the way the health insurance is set up in America at this point in time, I'm just basically like, are you nice and do you take my insurance? That's kind of where we're at. That's just where we're at right now. Let's see. I can check something off my list. I just had my anatomy scan and that went wonderfully, and baby was just not cooperating at all. It took like a full hour to get the shots that the tech needed. He's very active, and I feel the activity. I do. Like, I feel like every day he's using my cervix as a trampoline. Like, that's what we're feeling right now. That's it. I honestly don't think I'm going to do a maternity photo shoot, just because, like, I see the appeal. I see the appeal. I just don't, when I think about it, I don't get that internal, hell yes, that would be exciting, that would be fun. I don't get that feeling, so I think I'm gonna skip out on the maternity photo shoot. Anywho, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my LinkedIn post for today, and I'll also check to see if there's anything else happening on LinkedIn. So I'll check to see if people have sent me any DMs, sent me any comments. I actually did get a text from a new client who's ready to onboard and just wanted to make sure that I had availability for when they were ready to go, which I do. So yeah, that's really what it's gonna be for the next, I'd say it'll probably just take me like 20 minutes, if that, to like get the LinkedIn stuff secure. Maybe I'll do like a little, like some preparation, like some preparatory documents for this new client's onboarding, and then that's pretty much it for what's on my calendar. I mean, I live by my to-do list. So if my to-do list says you ain't got nothing else you need to do today, then the rest of the day is gonna be eating, watching YouTube, and maybe napping, because listen, the way this pregnancy energy is set up, whoever said that the second trimester is when all your energy comes back is a lie. It is an absolute lie. Last night I took a post-dinner nap before actually going to bed and still woke up tired this morning. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Not as bad as the first trimester, I will say that for sure. But like, nah. I never used to nap. This is like prime time napping situation. For real. All right, so I'll get that stuff done. I will have something yummy for lunch, and that'll be today. I'll check the timing on this vlog just to see. I'll probably do like a little bit of editing, just because with vlogs I know you accumulate so much video footage, and so I'm thinking same principle as the dishes, doing a little bit as we go. So I'm going to do that. I'll do a little bit of that today later on, and see where I'm at, and if this isn't already too long, like I want to keep it under 30 minutes. If it's not too bad, then maybe you can see what else I got going on for the rest of the week. But if not, then I will call this a vlog. All right. Toodles.